The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, crime in the sky, ***. On March 8, 2014, a Boeing 777 lifted off from Kuala Lumpur, heading for Beijing with 239 souls on board. It was supposed to be a routine overnight flight. But within hours, MH370 would become one of the most baffling disappearances in modern history. A mystery so dark, so calculated, that investigators around the world now believe this was not an accident, but a crime. This is the chilling story of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, and why experts believe someone made it vanish. 40 minutes after takeoff, MH370's transponder went silent. A few minutes later, another system, ACARS, was manually turned off. These are not failures. They are switches inside the cockpit that must be physically disconnected. Then, without warning, MH370 made a sharp left turn. It flew back across Malaysia, slipped past military radar, and headed toward the vast Indian Ocean. In total radio silence. This wasn't chaos. This wasn't malfunction. This was control. Many investigators believe the disappearance was intentional, carried out by someone in the cockpit, most likely Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah. But because the flight path after the final radio transmission wasn't random, it followed specific waypoints, the same patterns used by trained pilots. Some experts believe the cabin was slowly depressurized, causing passengers and crew to lose consciousness, leaving a single person awake at the controls for hours. When investigators examined Zahari's home flight simulator, they found routes eerily similar to the final suspected path deep into the Indian Ocean. Still, no motive was ever proven. No note. No warning. Only silence. Another theory suggests MH370 was taken over by someone on board. The stolen passports raised alarms. The sudden shutdown of communication systems matched a hostile takeover. But there were no demands, no ransom, no group claiming responsibility, and no known passenger had the skill to fly a Boeing 777 for hours in the dark. Some believe MH370 crossed into restricted military airspace. Others suspect dangerous cargo triggered an emergency that was covered up. A few suggest advanced cyber interference. But none of those theories fit the one undeniable fact. The aircraft flew for nearly 7 hours after losing contact, as if guided deliberately into one of the most remote oceans on Earth. Authorities treat the disappearance as a criminal investigation because the flight path was manually changed. Communications were intentionally disabled. No distress signal was ever sent. The aircraft flew controlled for hours. All 239 passengers vanished without explanation. This isn't just a mystery. It is mass murder, without a suspect, without a confession, and without a single recovered black box to tell the final minutes of the story. To this day, only scattered fragments of the aircraft have washed ashore. The main wreckage, the flight recorders, and the truth behind MH370's final hours remain hidden beneath the Indian Ocean. Until the black boxes are found, the world is left with the chilling reality that a modern airliner, with all its technology, can disappear without trace, and that the crime behind it may never be solved. If you want more deep dive crime stories like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and join our community. Your support helps us uncover more mysteries the world still can't explain.